Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. You guys, the Scorpio moon has did quite a number on me today with me and my twin. I don't even want to go into details at this moment. I just want to purge this shit out of my system and let it go. And I was I was tempted to not do an upload today, and immediately I just heard the devil was a liar. Do it. You need to do it. I looked at the comments from my previous video last night that I uploaded and how you guys really truly were touched by this video just as much as I was when I listened to the replay 3 times today. I listened to my own video because I needed to listen to my own advice so I can integrate it into my person, because my husband brought up some wounds that I needed to heal from that I didn't even realize that was there. I thought that I was okay, and just like a twin flame, he surely triggered me. He let me know that I wasn't. And so, therefore, listening and reading your comments really touched me. It let me know that it requires work on this journey, and it's not easy for no one. None of us have it easy, do we? And so today I was in my emotions. I probably sent 100 texts to him and left about 3 voicemails. And that is not an understatement. Until finally my angels came to me and they were like, Dr. Tayen, you're healing. And as you heal, he will heal. And all I remember sending him before I sent him the text before I got on this broadcast and to do this reading, the last thing I sent him was, as I heal, so will you. And that what God has put together, let no man pull apart. And I was at so much peace when I said that. So today or tonight, it's time for me to channel for the divine masculine. And I'm pissed off at my divine masculine. I didn't want to channel. And as I sat here, something just came over me and said, Tayen, how do you not know that the very message that you're channeling, that your divine masculine won't hear it? And I don't know what this reading is all about. I just laid down the cards. I really haven't felt out the energy. I'm going to do that with you guys. I'm going to channel with you guys. But the one whom you can save could be your very own. And that's what brought me on this broadcast, because tonight I was just going to pour into my own person, do some rituals for this Scorpio moon, do some healing, do a healing bath. Man, I had it all mapped out, and I might still do it, but I love you guys so much that I was compelled to just help you through this last push on this full moon, okay? So without further ado, let me go ahead and get into it. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-He Vahe, who will give me the information that is necessary for this reading in all directions, past, present, and future. And so it is. All right. So I had pulled 3 clarifiers because this divine masculine is all over the place emotionally. This divine masculine's energy, it changes with the weather. One moment he's sure about the relationship. The next minute he wants to walk away from the relationship. But one thing that remains a constant is the love that he has for her. See, the love that he has for her deep inside of his heart, it cannot be denied. You know why? Because he wasn't the one that granted her that access to his heart. Source energy was, you see. This divine masculine is so used to having control over everything in his life that he even tried to control the love that he had for his divine feminine as well. So divine masculine, you view her as your wish fulfillment, your dream come true. You want to have children with her, or some of you already have children. This is a general reading. But you're not looking at this optimistically. You're being so pessimistic when it comes to love. You're allowing for your ego, which is not your amigo, to shroud and crowd out the very thing that you know that is dear and near to your heart, and that is your beloved. You see, that's the reason why I pulled the clarifier out on your behind, because I couldn't figure you out. I couldn't coin you down. Okay, so you're not seeing the beauty in this particular situation. And so the fairy dust is being sprinkled on this situation, because I feel like for some of you, you guys have ran away from your divine counterpart looking for greener pastures, and you've not found it. And this is the reason why the temperance card came in, is because you thought that this was your own doing. You thought that if you ran, that you will find what you were seeking, not realizing that this was all divine ordering at play in the first place. You see, you may be able to control other circumstances and situations, but you cannot control this divine union. And I feel like there's been running on both parts. The divine feminine have been running away from the divine masculine, and it's been a push and it's been a pull, and both of you are always coming back together to meet right in between to figure it all out. But I feel like there's no conflict resolution between the two of you. I feel like there's too much finger pointing and there's too much blame game going on. Okay. And I view this situation between you and the divine feminine as something that's fucking trivial. You guys split up over something that was the most minutest, craziest, dumb thing ever. Why people out here have real problem. And I feel like you, divine masculine, you went to the extreme. Why? All because you felt like with the Five of Pentacles that your beloved left you out in the cold. And so therefore you thought that you were going to go and teach her a lesson in love. And you got your damn self plenty of lessons in it, to the point where now when your divine feminine comes to you, you're even questioning her of her legitimacy and her love for you. You're questioning if this is really truly from the divine, when you know you have gotten confirmation upon confirmation. You even have the rainbow, which is God's promise to you that this is the one that is made for you. But in your own iniquities, in your own idiosyncrasies, your own feelings of letdown and hurt and pain, you can't see beyond being left out in the cold. Not taking full responsibility for the reason why she left you is because you were intolerable. You see, you weren't presenting anything to her that was worth her staying. You pushed her away with your words. You pushed her away with your actions and inactions. Being with you for her was like walking on eggshells, you see. This divine masculine is in his feelings and his emotions right now. This is the reason why he hasn't come back. I feel like he's put into his own mind false accusations about what the divine feminine has been doing because he's been doing it. And so he thinks that she's just like him. But the angels, his guides, his wayshowers, and his ancestors have been telling him to listen to his intuition. And I feel like for some of these divine masculines, they're going back into their ancestry and they are doing rituals, which is signified by this star card. This star card is telling you that in this love, there is hope. Have faith. When you see the star card, that means that your wish and your dreams and your fulfillment is just right around the corner. This card represents spiritual love. Let me break it down to you what spiritual love means. Spiritual love means that it transcends the physical. When you and your divine counterpart make love, the angels are singing songs in the heaven of how wonderful the two of you are together. You see, you truly are the epitome of what true love is. You guys are perfect mirrors, divine masculine. You're mirroring back and forth to one another who you are. Your souls are openly disposed and naked to one another. You see through the depths of your divine feminine soul. She sees through the deepest part of you. The good, the bad, the ugly, the right, the wrong, and the indifferent. And you cannot wrap your mind around the reason why. After all you have done, yet she still stays. Yet she still remains anchored like that ship that is set out at the sea, being your lighthouse so you can see your way back home. But yet instead of appreciating it, you're in the Five of Wands reverse. You ran. Divine masculine, you ran away from this connection. This connection scared you. You never had a love like this before. I get it. You've said a lot about this divine feminine. There's an old saying that loose lips sink ships. But the devil is a liar. You spoke against her. And you spoke many untruths. You failed to realize that you were speaking against yourself. You were deflecting. You were objectifying her. You were desexualizing her and using her as your own sexual apparatus. Not honoring the divinity. Not honoring the vulnerability. Not even recognizing the calling that you had upon you was because of her. You didn't incarnate this lifetime for the job that you have at this current moment, not for your family, not for the clothes that you wear on your back, but you incarnated because of her. Your divine calling is not exclusive with her outside of it. It's not inconclusive, but it's all encompassing. Total involvement, 100%. You are dealing with some work that you have to do. You're working your shadow side right now. I feel like for you, divine masculine, you're working it in a good way, and you're working it in some bad ways too. And so Saint Germain from the seventh ray, which is from my deck, he's here because he's wanting to help you to ascend. And you will ascend much faster using spiritual alchemy than using ego. Or preferring to just work your shadow side without bringing it into the light for transmutation. You like being on the 3D plane. You like the cardinal appetites. The 3D plane is no longer. It doesn't even exist anymore. You are clenching and holding on and clinging on to something that does not even exist. It's an illusion. We are all in 5D. You haven't made that transformation yet. You haven't made that jump. You haven't made that quantum leap, which is signified by the Eight of Wands. You're suspended in time. Things are not happening fast enough for you for this union. You're not manifesting her fast enough because in your own doubt and insecurities, you have repelled her. You have repelled this union away. The more and more that you stay up at night, you dreaming about her, you can't sleep because she's not there by your side. All of those are in vain because you have not let go of the past. You can't keep on chasing that ghost of the past. It doesn't exist anymore. The past is gone. Let it go. You're still in the Eight of Wands energy. You're landing all of your aims of your waves in the air so they can hit a target, and you're just assured that it's going to hit something. But here it is. Saint Germain is telling you he can help you to hit the target. You don't have to miss it all. You see, this also signifies for a group of you that you're moving away from all that does not serve you. You're ready for change. You're positioning yourself. I feel like some of you divine masculines are testing your divine feminines. You're telling half-truths. And then some of you are telling just right out blatant lies. Just to see, with the Temperance card, how much you can test her. How much she can take. How much she can just bend for you without breaking. How much you can push the envelope. Careful that you don't push her too far. Sometimes the things that we lose are irreplaceable. And I feel like your divine feminine is one of those assets that you don't want to take for granted. I feel like for this divine masculine, he's sitting in his own sorrow right now, feeling sorry for himself. Because he has done a great deal to cause a lot of hardship and a lot of heartache in this relationship unnecessarily. This is a bit much for him even to handle. So now he's trying to figure his way out of this. How's he going to get back into good graces with his divine feminine without looking like an effeminate man? Without looking like he's less than? Well, I can tell you how. First and foremost, don't be a coward. Muster up your boldness and be courageous like the man that you are. Gird your loins like an able-bodied man. Strap your boots on. Divine feminine is waiting for you, divine masculine. Must we always take the lead for you? Yeah, I'm on one. This is the Scorpio moon. This is my real feelings. This is my real question to you. You want us to be a woman. You want us to take our role. You want us to take a seat. We will take a seat when you stand up. When you stand in your autonomy. When you stand in your sovereignty. Then we'll sit our ass down. In the meantime, we are standing our ground and we have our scepters in our hands and we are ruling over our queendom because we don't have a king right now. And we're not looking for a king because we are everything that we need encompassed. We're both king, queen, emperor, empress, high priest, high priestess, because you left us with no choice. So here you are, reminiscing about the wonderful promise, the pledge. Do you see them? They are pledging to one another an allegiance to both of their souls to be together forever. You are reminiscing, you are remembering divine masculine. This is you. There's 2 cups. You're offering her a cup and she's offering you the cup, but do you realize that you're sharing the same cup? Look at the fluid. It's being shared. This is a divine union. All the stars are aligned. You see? What are you waiting for? The sky to fall? How many confirmations and synchronicities and epiphanies and aha moments do you want? It's all in your face. From the songs that are playing on the radio that you often listen to when you're with your divine femme, to the angel numbers that you see on the license plates and you watch on the digital clocks. From the moments that you're asleep at night and you are awakened because you see her in a dream and you want to touch her and you want to have this realization of reality come into manifestation, but you cannot because you have your own hang-ups that you need to work through. We are always going to be, no matter what, divine masculine, works in progress. You're waiting for the right time, and there's no such thing as right timing. But there is a such thing as divine timing. And so this card is showing up to represent the divine timing that is going to take in order for you and your love to finally be together in 3D union. You got your divine feminine thinking something totally different than what the cards are laid down right now. You're hurt because she left you out in the cold, not once, but not twice. But I feel like you guys have been going back and forth with one another, hurting each other. Somebody needs to be honest. The pink elephant is in the room. Somebody needs to speak the truth. So help me God. And not hold anything back. Divine masculine. You need to move out of this 5 of Wands energy. Stop running. Stop avoiding conflict. Because all it's going to do is come back around to you. And when it does, each time it's going to come back more heavy and more intense. You cannot keep sweeping this under the rug. The situation is calling for spiritual alchemy. Saint Germain said he would teach you. And through the violet flame, you can have forgiveness. And the forgiveness is definitely called for in this situation. You have your divine feminine under the impression that you don't love her and that you don't want the relationship. Look at the cards. And the cards determined that that was a lie. You love her. This is your twin flame. This is your soulmate. This is your fated partner. You didn't do anything to put you together. God did that. Source did that. Your angels did that. Your soul, your higher self did that. You, the 3D you, the physical person that you are, had nothing to do with that. You were just a willing participant. And then you think that in your own free will that you can cop out of this. You cannot. This ain't your game to play. As a matter of fact, source energy just trumped you. God's divine planning and divine will for this relationship will be done. Either by you being a willing participant, or even if God has to take it by force and make you obedient and in submission to his will. And I have come to the conclusion of this reading. This is a very triggering reading, and I don't care, because I was told to do this reading, and I gave the reading the way that it was channeled for me to give. I don't care about what divine masculines and his feelings. Get your shift together, because the shift just hit the fan. Namaste.